G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Bloodied 10mm Submachine gun with VATS criticals doing 50% more damage. And let me tell you something, I'm actually feeling pretty good about this one. We might actually unleash a monster in just a second, so we'll see how we go. Now, unlike the regular 10mm subs that I have on the channel and showcasing, this one's got a calibrated receiver rather than a hardened one, which means we are going to be losing out a little bit of base damage with non-critical shots, but that'll only be half the time, because if I use this thing in VATS exclusively, my build allows me to get a VATS critical every second shot, so hopefully we'll be going to be making good use out of that. Calibrated receiver giving me extra damage with criticals, obviously synergizes with that, and my build. 34 damage right now, we can improve that a little bit. We're going to get Tank Killer, Concentrated Fire, going to try to aim for the head. We'll have a bunch of extra perception. Thanks to the high base perception and that from the unyielding armor, we're going to be fairly accurate in VATS, which is good. Now, you could probably make an argument to grab 2 ranks of Ground Pounder and then only 1 rank of Concentrated Fire here, which I might consider if I'm getting killed a lot, but I'm too lazy to do that now, so I will not do that. And we'll chuck on Bloody Mess as well for that tiny little bit of extra damage, right? We've got Serendipity, would be nice to have something like Ricochet as well. Got Grim Reaper Sprint, so if we go ahead and get that 15% roll, we can restore action points, because this thing will eat up our action points very quickly, because it's a thing without a reflex sight, and it fires very quickly also, and we've got Critical Savvy for getting those criticals every second shot. Better criticals to add some more. No sneaky sneak perks, we're just going to grab Marathoner, Gun through Evasive, a little bit of I suppose we could call that defensive stuff there. Gun through a little bit more on the offensive side. We've also got Escape Artist to make sure we go in caution. We're going to have high agility, so we might be able to get away with a little bit of sneaking from time to time. Get 60 damage now before we happen to Nerd Rage, and this is going to be important against stronger things. Probably won't utilize that all the time, but against anything that's really, really powerful, I might want to hit him with that first for that 10-second follow-through bonus at 40% multiplicative, which is fucking massive, alright? It's really big, like a V8 in my Commodore, and there's that. It's kind of annoying, but a little bit of extra damage here and there, so whatever. Let's get into Nerd Rage. Okay, we're at Nerd Rage threshold now. We're wearing the Brotherhood of Steel Special Ops. I've also got Adrenaline, because I killed some of the ghouls just to, make sure my hit detection is working. Now we're doing 110 damage, which is okay, I suppose. And the reason I'm wearing a mask is because I messed up Winter's face and it's broken now. Just kidding, it's fine. But let me tell you something. I've come real close to hitting that reset button on the looks menu thing. So I don't touch that menu just because one day I might actually do it. Okay, so here we are outside of the High-carb facility, here to pick up my Toyota Camry and drive that around whilst my Commodore is being repaired. It's one of those 2018 model Camrys with the hybrid, and one word I would use to describe it is gutless. I'm spoiled. I'm too used to my SS, Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll just fucking spam VATS criticals. If we can't see him in VATS, we'll just shoot him normally like that. We're maintaining sneaky stealthiness because we're killing everything too quick and they're not really noticing us, but now we've got a bunch of enemies around us and they'll start wanting to kill our asses. We'll utilize the good old jumpy perks to keep us in the air, keep the bullets coming, and that was a very quick first section there. We'll take a peek at that damage. 134. It's not really all that impressive, is it? But once we get it into go, and once it's actually going, then we're actually seeing some good damage here. Might just subtly top myself up with some purified water as I'm going around. I'm not sure if I grab the Marathoner. We've got a bunch of agility, so it's not going to take up a whole lot of AP. But if we aren't utilizing our AP for stealth, for sprinting, we should just use it for VATS instead, which will drain it a lot quicker. I mean, if you're not watching the AP bar as I'm shooting this thing, you should just take a look on the next kill I do, because it just blink and it's gone. Now, this dog's going to kill me because it's going to get me around a blank corner. Nah, just kidding, it's fine. Alright, let's go inside. One thing that I do find fascinating about the Camry is that it's got a hybrid drive and it goes between battery and engine power, which is, it's pretty cool technology. It's fascinating to me, but it's just boring, You don't have that sound of a big V8 whenever you put your foot down, so what's the point? It makes driving so much more fun when you can make a bit of noise about it, you know? Not like an obnoxious P-plater with a fat pipe on their V6. I'm talking about proper noise, you know what I'm saying? Proper V8 volume. Glass shattering. No, not that much. I don't straight pipe my V8s. That would be a little bit more obnoxious. But I do have a big fat exhaust on it. I think it's like a 3-incher, which is fairly large. It's got a nice tone to it. Drones on a little bit, which I don't mind at all. Passengers seem to be less enthusiastic about it, but you know, it does get a bit loud. Thank you, Serendipity, because I ran right in there without really thinking about it, almost died. We're back into hidden because sudden FEV onset Alzheimer's, it happens. There's nothing they can really do about it, but we can cure it, and we have been for the bit of this video where we're shooting super mutants. There's a couple. We're slipping out of combat here thanks to my agility, and I don't think we're being flanked here. That guy's got a hunting rifle, takes a miss, and I think there's something in here. Ah, it's a doggo. Yes, very dangerous, very, very dangerous. Just like pod racing, very fast, very deadly. Had to get a prequel quote in there somehow. Alright, that guy's got an automatic rifle, which means a little bit more scary. We've got the perk to reduce the severity of that. I think that was a pipe gun, however, so we're laughing. Whoops, that was the button for... dirty water. I just gave myself more reds. Don't really need them at this point. But as you can tell, my criticals are hitting for 400, which is nice. I don't know if I'll be getting better damage out of my... hardened receiver. Normally I'd take the hardened receiver every time because that guaranteed damage is more worth it to me, I think. That's 569 on that fella. Good shit. But I think in this case where I'm able to utilize my build to get a crit every other shot, I think it's a wise decision. Now we're going to have to be a little bit more careful against the ghouls because there's not any cover we could utilize to deal with them. We'll have to be a little bit more cautious, or if we get them all in a line and get them a big old gun foo streak, we'll be right. That's a little bit unresponsive today, as per usual. But I think we're done here if I haven't cleaned out the guy who's on the pisser all the time. Nope. Okay, we're done. Don't have to clear out the rest of these guys. I think you get the point by now. Alright, time to use all of my focus here, and, well, it's not really focus, I'm just pressing Q and then spamming mouse button 1, and that seems to do the job. Yes, it does. If I'm in third person, it works even better. You know why? Because this game's busted. Exploiting damage is what you want to see. If other people can get away with it, then I surely can. Alright, let's wait here for a minute. Pop a reload whilst we're waiting, and then hopefully we can lure the rest of these guys out of here. This might be a clever ploy to get me distracted, and it was, but I considered that. So consider yourself outplayed, ghoul. Now, we're only one hit away from dying. Even if we do get a serendipity roll, the radiation damage that we get from the ghouls is going to be ignored by that. I think we've woken up all of the fellows above us, so we'll just continue on this lower section here, I think. Got a Wendigo around here somewhere. We're in danger, so they're definitely coming around. Hello? Tell you what, ghouls are acting a bit lazy today. Very disappointing. Good old classic high percentage whiffs. Righto. I think I got stuck on a table there. I went to sprint and then just got stuck on that. Yeah. Yeah, the terrain and the creation engine, they don't let you climb a great many things. I'd be surprised if I, walked over that clothes hanger thing, coat hanger, something like that, and fucking slip over. Just face plant, full face plant. Alright, Wendigo's right there. Let's feed him with a big old lead sandwich, and we're back down to nerd rage threshold because I allowed that ghoul to hit me on purpose. Yes. I'm always taking the big risk, big reward, or low reward approach on this, and it doesn't work all the time. Nice of that guy to kind of moonwalk into my bullets. Alright, I'm always confused if there's one that spawns out here, but I think the one that spawns out on that side is the one that is down there. I think that's the crazy laser gun, guys, so that's good. We even get a critical with a side of wall hacks there. Thanks, VATS. Yeah, pressing the Q button's good for skill. Furious 50 cal. Tell you what, if that was Fallout 4 Furious, you'd be going off your nut at this point. Even better would be a Furious minigun. 15% stacking multiplicative damage indefinitely. You could probably finish a Scorch Beast Queen off in a mag if you got a proper build and set up for it, so that'd be cool. There's Swan over there. Wait till our AP comes back, and then we'll creep up nice and close, get that guaranteed shot. See ya. Okay, crab time, and it's a real test for this thing because if I can manage to kill the things quickly, the Mirelurk kings and queens here quickly, I'm going to give this weapon a big old seal of approval, but, you know, we're not all over yet. There's the king over there. I see him fighting some crackheads. Pretty standard affair down here. Didn't get too many hits on that guy. I think I wasted like 5 or 6 shots shooting at nothing, but then we can just shoot him like that and he's dead. Tell you what, this would be a half-good queen solution if you were in a team surrounded by heavy gunners, which would compromise your stealth bonuses anyway, so there's that to consider. I think that the 10mm sub is a little bit of an underrated weapon, and it does have some flaws. Obviously, the sight situation isn't the greatest. Get that follow-through bonus on you, and then we'll target the legs because they're easy to hit, and then we're straight into it. It's close. We'll try to just sit still for a minute. Well, damage over time means I get to use a stim pack. It's only fair. I'm surprised that wasn't an instant kill on this occasion. And kill you like that. We'll just keep on shooting. Almost there. 17 damage. That must have been on the shell. Just hit her behind her. Did the old reach around, I suppose. Okay, so that was pretty good. A little bit sloppy, but it did it in a fairly decent time manner, I think. Nothing to complain about there. Okay, this thing has the damage potential against Swan, and the Queen is alright, but, you know, nothing's going to be exceptionally great on the Mirelurk Queen because she's got like 8,000 health or something. I'm not sure if that's the actual number. I think I picked that information up from somewhere and no idea where I got it. I think some data miner might have said it. Anyways, we'll just shoot him in the bums and lure him closer. Although I think I managed to get a headshot there, so we're doing the reach around from the other side now. So that's great. Now, if you're going to land, you're about to have a very, very bad day, Mr. Bat. Unfortunately, didn't do none of that killing before the mutation could take place. Because we don't have the sneak criticals going constantly, I suppose. Jesus. Alright. Coming out in force today. Little bit of a struggle here in crowd control, and I probably should have did some right away just to seal it there. Looks like we can take out maybe half a Scorched Beast health bar with a full AP bar of VATS. I think we picked up the Blight too, which is going to impact our performance significantly thanks to less perception and less agility. Very bad sickness to have, even though I'm pretty sure I got inoculated to this shit. Didn't spend half of the early game doing this. Went to Morgantown Airport and shit. No use on sneaking around now, I don't think. We got lucky there. Gun through, lightning fast these days. There's no gaps between kills there, so you can just sort of hammer on the trigger as much as you want. And if we can manage to get a sneak critical opener on this Scorched Beast, then we'll be alright. I'm just going to do this because we've got basically nothing left at this point. Doesn't look like we'll pull one out. No rabbits out of the hat today. Bats out of the giant gaping hole to the depths of hell. A little bit of a shame. Wanted to see what I could do if the conditions were a little bit better, but again, you'll probably never get those regularly. That was 700 damage against that fella though, so that's pretty good. Oh good, the mole rat's here. Now, one thing to note about the 10mm sub is since it's got no suppressor attachment, you'll find that your range on average is a lot higher. Well, is a lot higher, and that means your accuracy over range will be higher, which means you can afford to reach out to these ranges here, which I would definitely consider medium ranges and kill. them effectively, which is pretty good because, well, funnily enough, a submachine gun has more range than a rifle. I guess maybe you could use some mental gymnastics and say that all of the suppressed guns are using the subsonics to make sure they don't break the sound barrier to keep them nice and quiet. Yeah, I saw all those hits that weren't actually hits. The hits in quotations, I suppose. And you know what? Just to get a little bit of revenge against the ghouls who killed me thanks to my bad pathing, got stuck on a chair or something, we'll just give him a little bit of revenge. And there's a fat ass down here, and he's a little bit more tanky, so I'll be glad to see him go. And a little bit of gunful action to finish it off. So there they have it. We are in... No, we're still... Something's still pissed off. There we go. So there you have it. Bloody lucky submachine gun. It's actually a pretty decent weapon. I don't mind it at all. Would it be good for a daily? I don't know. The survivability problem is a little bit of an issue because obviously at low health you're going to get shot a lot and blah blah blah. But if you can keep yourself pumped full of stim packs, and that is easy to do, you've got perks to make them basically weightless. So there's that, and you can find them from every Tom, Dick, and Jerry from kills when you're at this health anyway. If you've got a good enough luck, and you know you can track them down. They're not exactly rare as hen's teeth, are they? So there's that. But yeah, the damage output here I think is definitely satisfactory, but it does fall behind a fixer, so if you ain't first, you're last. A solid recommendation, but you know, there are better options out there, as there usually is. Thanks for watching, guys.